Well, hello again. Let me show you what we're looking at. The car view anyway. Quite beautiful. Highway's right there, but we're gonna hike up that trail a little ways. Actually, it's a road. So why are we going to hike up the road instead of drive? You may have seen at the end of the intro, at the beginning of this episode, me going up that road. And then it got really bad. There were some big boulders sticking out in the middle of the road. I'm not in a high clearance vehicle. I'm in my car. I've seen Subarus up in there. It blows my mind because I didn't dare. I was gonna smash my oil pan or something. I've been on this trail before. I've hiked it before. I've parked here and hiked in before. It's not new to me. And I came prepared for one of two scenarios this time. Either car camp, which I was hoping for because I wasn't really in the mood to hike and backpack, or backpack. And so what I did is I packed most of my gear in my backpack just in case I had to hike in. And I'm going to have to hike in. So we're backpacking today. I could go down the road to a campground and just pay for a campsite and just be alone there. There's a campsite down the road that wasn't very crowded, but I've already spent enough money on this trip. I think we're gonna hike in and just find the nearest and most decent campsite and set up camp for the night up the trail. So let's get going. Car's all locked up. We're gonna go this way. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful day for a hike, and I have plenty of gear. I probably have too much gear because I thought I might be car camping. I'm just kind of tired. It's been a long work week. I got off work this morning and I didn't go to bed. I just drove up here. So I'm tired and I just wanted to chill. But I think up this road here, there's some good sights that we can do just that aren't too far in. I'm hoping. Look at this. Creepy. Look at them wiggle. Soon to be butterflies. So I drove up to this point, and this is where I said nope. I could have done it. I could have crawled through here, but there's some big dips here. I worry about rocks like that puncturing my oil pan miles and miles from any kind of help. Beautiful. There's a fire pit in this grove of trees. Seems like a decent place to camp, but the road is literally right there. Yeah, that's a little too close for me. If someone does drive up through here, it's going to be really obnoxious having them drive through all of this while I'm trying to hang out right here or even sleep. Right down there in that clearing looks really good. Somebody's camped down there before. The road's right here, but it's, still quite a ways off the road. A little more hidden. This is perfect, look. Fire pit. Nice grove of pine trees. And we'll clean up whatever it is they left here. It looks like a bag of dog poop. Or at least a bag. So the trail's right up there. We're far enough from it that this is a reasonable place to camp. Doesn't look like the fire pit's been used. Plenty of firewood back in there. We'll just hang the hammock. We're going to be sleeping in a hammock. We'll hang it here where people can see it, just because I've had problems in the past with setting up a tent or hanging a hammock out of view, and then people walk right through your camp. But if they see you, they tend to avoid you. So I'm going to get set up and then we'll come back and talk a little more. Okay, it's that special show and tell time I like to talk about, I guess. Here's camp. I cleaned up the fire pit. I've got a couple of fire starters there. Sit pad here. Anyway, for the time being, this is just my cook pot, my knife, my cup, my spork, and my water, and something that occurred to me while I was setting up is there's no water close by. I'm only about a quarter mile from the car though. So, I mean, if it gets down to it, I can go get water. And I can hear the river over that way, and I have a filter with me. So that's the fire pit for the night. I still have to gather wood. Looking over here, we have the blue bag. I put it in a Ziploc. It is a doggy bag with poop in it that's disintegrated over the winter. That's an Army issued tent stake, those big heavy canvas tents they use. I use it as a cat hole digger if I need it. Here's the hammock setup. I've done the porch setup so that I can sit and look out at the view, see people walking by, that kind of thing, face the fire. This hammock's pretty sweet. It has a bug net, which right now I'm noticing I really need. Here's my little bug zapper slash tent light. You can see it has a little blue glow there. I just mostly use it for a tent light and for the stray mosquitoes that come around. 1200 lumen lantern, a couple of quilts in there, a pillow. That's pretty much it. An underquilt. My backpack just has a few loose ends in it, like some tent stakes, my electronic charging stuff, and my water filter, that kind of thing. I just left them in there. And I've got my puffer coat right here, along with a beanie if I need it. Over here's my roll pack, hygiene, fire kit, and first aid. And this is our food, and I'll go into the food later. So that's camp. Let me back up here so you can get a full-size view. Pretty sweet. Not bad at all. I think I've angered some tiny ants. They think they're mad now. Wait till they're part of my campfire. That's pretty good. I don't plan on burning a fire all night long, so I think I'll stop there. Just want a decent one for a little while before bed, that kind of thing. I'm not cooking over the fire. I'll be using that little fuel canister right there. So dinner tonight is going to be interesting. What I'm gonna do now, I think, is take a little nap. It's only 2 p.m. I got up here earlier than I thought I would. Camp is set up. I have the flannel on, not because it's cold. Not because it's cold, but because of the mosquitoes. They've left me alone. Now they've got that on, and I put some bug spray on my exposed skin. They're not horrible, but it is only midday, which means at dusk they're gonna get worse. And after I take a nap, I think I'll walk down in the woods here and just kind of survey the area behind me. Anyway, that's my plan for now. I'm just gonna doze, and then we'll come back and we'll talk. We'll have some food and a fire tonight. So I'm gonna go take a nap, and then we'll wander a little bit, and we'll go from there. Well, welcome to 4 p.m. That nap was amazing. I can't do anything about the airplane or the gunfire. You come up to the mountains for peace and quiet. Anyway, it's getting to be dinner time. Let's talk about food. Well, let's see what we got in this food bag. Let me get my sit pad and actually use that. This is a pretty unique meal that I've got planned here. Tonight I want to have this. My friend Kent at work made this. This is freeze-dried spaghetti. I'm going to basically crumble it into this pot, let some water soak up into it, and heat it through. There you go. Here's a closer look at it. I don't know if it's focusing or not. So here's my cook pot. In here we have our little mascot. I call him Indiana Dundee. Old Playmobil backpacker dude. Not easy to find a backpacking action figure. I used to bring my little dog mascot with me that looked like my St. Bernard, but my St. Bernard died, so I retired that. Anyway, it's just a little novelty thing I do. Here's my little cook stove. So first we'll just cut into this and put a reasonable amount into the pot. Oh, there's a little tear thing there. I didn't see that. I don't know. I think I can eat all of this if it doesn't swell up too much. But I'm just going to fill this pot. It's like there's some good seasonings in there and mushrooms. I see mushrooms. Alright, let's start with that and we'll save this little bit. Alright. That's a pretty flat rock. It's not wobbly at all. I like it. We'll just let that heat for a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to add some more. There's more liquid than noodles now. It's absorbing it and everything, but I think it needs more. So everything's okay back here. I guess we'll just go this way. I'm kind of curious what's over. There's kind of a ridge here. So this is where I gathered the firewood. You can see there's plenty to pick from. Some old notches cut in that. There's that. So there is water down there. That's a huge pond. But I don't know if you can see that. I'm not going to hike to it right now, but maybe in a little bit. It's right down in there. It's just a gradual downhill all through here. So it would appear we're up on top of a hill. A lot of tree stumps. I think this area may have been logged at one time. That's pretty much it. It's just this nice little clearing for us and our firewood supply. We just don't have a flowing water supply. I wouldn't drink that pond water if I was dying. I'd just hike back to my car and go drive to a store. Stagnant pond water or even lake water. I've filtered it all, and a flowing stream or river is always best. Just a quick walk through. We'll give that about 5 more minutes. Come back and see if dinner's ready. It's been about 15 minutes since I started this whole operation, and it looks nice and thick. See that? Looks about right. Now, if this isn't filling enough, I still have some. And my snacks and that kind of thing. So let's take this over to the hammock. Fantastic. Here we go. Over the lips, past the gums, look out, stomach. Here it comes. Mmm. Oh yeah. That's really savory, even with the bugs. That's got a lot of flavor. It's not in a like traditional red spaghetti sauce, but the seasoning he used in this is It's right on. Very Italian. It's delicious. So I was just wandering through here, drinking a warm drink and also eating my dinner. If I move around, the bugs leave me alone. So there's camp. But I got to about right here, and this huge doe, a deer, a female deer, comes booking it through here and comes right up to me and didn't see me. And I went, hey, and it turned around and just booked it back that way. It was beautiful, and it was big, healthy one. She may have even been pregnant. That was amazing, and I, of course, didn't have the camera in my hand. I had it on the charger. But what makes me nervous is I kept hearing a grunting over in here, and I'm hoping it was her. Because if it wasn't, that means whatever was grunting in here scared her to run this way. And then I scared her to run back the other way. So I don't know what noise deer make, to be honest. She's probably long gone now. It was only a matter of 3 minutes ago, but she looked pregnant to me, and I wonder if she was laying down over here, maybe even giving birth. And that's what I kept hearing. See, this is where she spun around. You can see her hoofs right there. She was right there and right there. She was that big, that distance between her legs. She stopped and spun. Went this way. Let's go down to that pond and check it out. Okay. I just heard it again down in here towards where she ran. I think she's giving birth. I think that's what I'm hearing, that growling type sound is she's in labor. She was so big, unusually big. I wonder if she ran down in there and laid down. Here's the water. Gotta be careful approaching water in the middle of nowhere too. You never know what's drinking from it. It's so beautiful though, isn't it? This looks like it's usually just grassy, but with all the snow we had, it's now full of water. Yeah, there's grass sticking up. This is just flooded runoff. There's a game trail right through here. And this is the direction I heard her last from. There's kind of a meadow over there, and it kind of goes down and is shady in there. I don't see her. They can disappear so fast. Alright, well, that's enough hiking. I don't really want to go past this point. I'm afraid I'll walk right up on her. That wouldn't be good. But now I know what that sound was. I wish I'd filmed her. She was so beautiful. Let's head back to camp. Well, the sun is going down. It's 8 p.m. I think it's time to start a fire. I picked these up at Walmart. I don't know how good they are. You're supposed to be able to just light the paper, and there's a little tiny log in there. Wrapped fire starter. Not a very original name, but fast and easy. No touch starter. Light stamp wood. Normally what I do is baton my wood. That sounds terrible. I baton my wood. Do you? Only when I'm lonely. Normally what I do is baton the wood with my knife. But I think because I have these ultra flammable pine boughs here, I'm gonna light that, pile these on top, and just go from there with the smallest sticks first. So let's see how this goes. I'll be glad to get the smoke going so I can get rid of these mosquitoes. I love these pine boughs, they just are so flammable. Which is why forest fires are so effective. Question is, will it keep going? We'll give that a minute. See if it really takes off. Yeah, it's going well. Well, that's it, guys, for this episode. Thanks for joining me. It's been a little bit more of an adventure when I get out here by myself. More videos are coming. If you have questions, comments, please post them below. Video ideas. Anyway, you'll see this late, but happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. I've spent so much time just growing old. Now young am I, invincible, I'm told. Life is a dream and is so short. I feel so old. I need to scream, I want to cry. Life is lonely. La 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la. How many moments in time can I really call mine? Will I ever be old enough to know? I turn to the wrong and I turn to the right. I still can't decide which way I should go. Life is so good, but so unkind. It's always a question of why or how. I look to the past and the future ahead. Why can't I see the here and now? La 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la. Nobody said there would be trouble for me. I thought I could fly the open sky. Now here am I, falling from the sky, going down a road that I don't know. Life is so strange, age. Life seems so long. When can I lift my head again? Am I alive?